What's up, guys? This is Darius. I'm here with my mother.
This is Lena.
And today we are coming at you with part 2 of navigating workplace realities.
Yes.
And today's topic is dealing with
anxiety in the workplace.
anxiety in the workplace. So what bubbles up for me in terms of anxiety in the workplace is when you get that feeling of maybe overwhelm or that feeling of just dis-ease, a feeling of just a lack of restlessness and a lack of peace, I would say. And trying to deal with that and having all these stress hormones flood your body. And it can be kind of debilitating, actually.
Yes, very.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would say that, and in my life, in the various different types of jobs that I've had, that there have been times where this feeling of not knowing what's going to happen next or not knowing what the direction of the company or the direction of the team, but just dealing with isolation, dealing with not being in the loop, it can be so stressful. It's like not even funny.
Yes, and what I have learned is that so many people deal with anxiety in the workplace and they are ashamed to admit it. They don't want anyone to know. They'll go and get on medication. They'll be taking medication for months and months and months, and no one will know about it. And it's because they feel ashamed of it. They just don't want people to think they can't do their jobs. Because, this is a sign it's going to give her anxiety or it's going to give him anxiety. It's really nothing to be ashamed of. And I have learned that it's something that you do need to talk about. You do need to go ahead and deal with it, even if it means talking it out with your supervisors, your coworkers, trying to identify the source of the anxiety and then dealing with it, I think is number one priority, because there's only so long you can deal with that, because it's not going to be good for your health. It's not going to be good for your attitude, and it's just not going to be good for the company. It's something that needs to be nipped in the bud, and it's something that everybody deals with, including management, from the top to the bottom. Yeah. Just like he was saying.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yes.
I'll say that it's the kind of thing where it can lead to burnout. If you go through your career, you go through your workday, day after day, suppressing your emotions, feeling like every day is just another brick in the wall, so to speak. Just feeling more and more repressed, maybe. That might be a good word. At least for me, that's how I felt. Feeling more and more like I'm being squeezed down. And it can be debilitating. And I'll say that some of the things that are helpful were getting outside.
Yes.
Getting into nature.
Yes.
Actually seeing animals. Basically just taking a step back.
Taking breaks.
Yeah, taking breaks. Absolutely.
If your job gives you 2 breaks, some jobs still do that. They'll give you 2 breaks in addition to your lunch break. Take advantage of those breaks. Go outside and walk. And if you work for a company that has a fitness center, if you're fortunate enough to be a part of a company that has a fitness center somewhere in the building, take advantage of it. Go downstairs, upstairs, wherever it is, and walk. Get on the treadmill. Go outside. Just step away from the desk. Step away from the workstation. It's really, not only is it good for your mental well-being, but also your physical well-being, because you're just not sitting all day long. When you actually get up and just physically just go somewhere away from your desk. That will actually help. And it also, walking helps to get rid of anxiety.
Yeah. It really just kind of takes you out of, for me, it takes me out
clears
of
the mind.
Yeah, it clears the mind. It takes me out of the mindset that I was having. It takes me out of what I was thinking about a moment ago. I might notice things. I might notice, stuff that I had never really seen before, like, I don't know, birds or
birds,
dogs or whatever the thing happens to be. But it's kind of, for me, being out in nature, taking that walk, taking that break, it's just a reminder of like, this world that we're in is so much bigger than this current job task, getting this file, getting this paper to the right person by such and such time. And we have this tendency to kind of build that in our minds as if it's the most important thing of all time. And ultimately, it's just a blip in our lives. It's like not even a millisecond in terms of the things that are actually important throughout our lifespan. And I'll say that we can definitely get caught up in this hamster wheel. We're on this hamster wheel, and we're just in the zone, and we're working, and we're good at it, and we're doing it, and we're getting the things done. But we're maybe losing sight and losing focus on other areas of our lives because maybe we're a little too into work. I'm thinking about like workaholics right now. And I'll say that, I guess for any workaholics out there, hopefully this resonates with you. It's perfectly okay to take a breather, to take a break. Your well-being and your value as a person doesn't depend solely on what you can accomplish, what you can get done, what you can achieve, and if you're doing it perfectly. If you stay with that mindset, you're going to lose your mind.
Yes, take a break or break down.
Yeah, take a
mentally.
Yeah.
You don't want to go on. You don't want to have a breakdown
Absolutely
at work.
not.
So take a break.
Yeah.
There's a reason that we need to take breaks from our work during the day. You have to do that. Also, during the pandemic, I'm an essential employee, and all of my coworkers, we all had to be 6 feet away from each other, which meant we had to modify our workstations. So I ended up in a conference room at one point, and then I was also moved to a very small office. Now, and I'm saying that because your workspace, your environment, your little cubby or wherever you are can definitely cause anxiety, especially if you're in like a little closed up room and you just can't handle being like in small spaces. Say something. If your workspace is too small or just it just does not work for you because it's causing some mental anxiety, you need to say something about that.
You don't want to suffer in silence.
Don't suffer in silence. And I know for me, the kind of work that I do deals with healthcare. And during COVID, when everyone was already falling apart because of the stress that came along with all of that, then when you're just stuck in a room by yourself, just this little small room, reading about healthcare, just reading about COVID, you have to take a break. You have to say, you know what, this is too much for me. If you take breaks or if you speak up and let your supervisor know or whoever know that you need a change of atmosphere or something like that, I think that would be much better than you just like calling in because you just can't take it anymore. I got to call in. I mean, pretty soon your excuses for calling in are going to run out.
Yeah, I'm going to be sick next week, so I'm going to have to...
Let's just plan ahead. I know that by Thursday next week, I'm going to be a wreck.
Yeah.
So I need to go ahead and figure out now, lay it all out about how I'm going to call in. You don't want to do that. Take care of yourself is what we're trying to say because you're important also. And if you're falling apart, how are you going to get the job done?
Yeah.
I mean, you might be one of those people that can go on autopilot and then just simply get the job done. But even autopilots make mistakes.
This is true, and thank you for tuning in to today's message. We just want to share some nuggets of wisdom with you, and we appreciate you listening.
Take care of yourself.
And each other. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share this message, leave some comments. And we appreciate you, and we hope that you have a truly blessed day.
And stay tuned for part 3.
For part 3.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.